Okay. Ooh, that is like bright. That is bright. Okay, maybe we won't do that. I mean, makes me look less pasty, but that is bright. All right, so what was I doing again? I see. I was filling in some holes. Okay. That's right. I had found this island near a village, and I was basically evening out the ground. Like all these jaggedy holes all over the place. Maybe not these ones over here, but these ones over here. So, okay. All right. Ooh. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Like it says in the description today, I'm going to be playing on the solo player game. I don't know if I'm going to play on the solo player game the whole time. I might skip out and go to the community server. I need to work on my on the community server, and I'm just hitting a roadblock. I found a couple of tutorials I was following, but the problem is that I'm just not feeling them. I really, honestly, I'm just not feeling them. I started building. They look good, but I'm not really feeling like I found one by Blue Nerd, which is a medieval one. I like it, but the windows are small. It's not very open. It's not very like a lot of light or anything. So I probably won't be able to do. I'm going to probably try and do more of a bakery type of thing. I'm not sure. So for right now though, however, we are currently in our solo player world. We have set up a waystone over here. There's the town over there. The house that we started at is over here. There's that village. That's the one that's on top of the hill, and it's got a lot of gradients to go down the hill and in towards the village. So I'm really kind of a fan of this little island. It's got plenty of space. I'm a big fan of islands. I like them. So we're gonna kind of just continue on with the terraforming for a little bit. And then once I get the terraforming done, I'm gonna probably go over here where the sheepies are and these flowers. I'm just gonna build a small shack. I'll be real. I'm gonna build a small shack. I can throw a bed. I can throw some chests in and just basically get my foot down. And then what I'll do is offline, I'll go in and finish a lot of the terraforming. I don't want to say cheat. Cheat's going to be the word I'm going to use here. I may do a little bit of cheating and go into creative mode to at least assist with some of that. Just because it takes up so much time when you're doing it by hand. It takes up so many resources. I know it's cheating. I know it's cheating. I know it is. I really want to try to avoid going into creative mode if I can. So basically, we're going to do this as legit as possible. As you can see, it has taken me a good long while. I have run out of stuff. Again, I don't even have a shovel anymore. So I need another shovel. See, it's stuff like this. Like, okay, I'll be real. It's like this little tower right here. All right. This kind of stuff, this annoys me. This just annoys me. Okay. I'm going to go in. I'm going to take this down, level it down to be the same level as everything else. And then fill in all these dang holes. I shouldn't say dang. That's a bad word. Not really a bad word, but trying to be, PG. PG keyword. PG. But, probably malnourished right now. I have a ton of waystones on this thing. Do I have a saddle in my bag? Oop. I do. Come here, pack mule. You will make my life easier. Love me. Love me. No, you're supposed to be my friend. 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 Please be my friend. Oi. So you are my friend. Okay. Has a settle on the donkey. That means you now are mine to control. And if I put chests on you, you are storage. Mobile storage. Yeah, by the way, I'm just gonna put this out there. If you hear me make weird voices or noises, such as howl, I am not using a Elgato. I do not have a voice changer of any kind. I literally have a video of myself, unfortunately, on the internet. I will actually see if I can post the family video of me doing it on vacation. We were visiting my mother-in-law in Florida, and I did the Stitch voice in front of my sister-in-law, and she decided to record it. So it's the howl voice that I've been doing. It's actually I can actually just do it. So it is not a voice like changer. I know a lot of people have voice changers on the internet. I unfortunately do not have one. My husband does because he's got one of those Go XLRs. I unfortunately just have the brand new, if you can kind of see it, the brand new thing. I could probably figure out how to use voice changing through the Logitech G Hub, but I'm too lazy. I'll be real. I'm too lazy. I don't care. It's not something I'm gonna need to do or make soundboards or noises or whatever. Maybe someday if I ever decide to, but then I gotta figure out, put keys down and figure out how to make them quick to access and stuff like that. And I have a Logitech keyboard where it's got the G keys on the side, which are the ones I use to control my streaming. I don't use any other keys. I mean, maybe I could figure out how to use F keys or something, but again, too dang lazy. Especially if I was to be playing things like WoW, where I'm legitimately using almost my whole keyboard. I'm too lazy to do that. I'll figure it out someday, somehow. Maybe I'll make some cool noises and sound cards or something. A gray banner. Okay. I need a house for this dude. I cannot fit him in there. But could. I could just shove him in there. Oi! Get back in there. Ow, ow, ow. Dang, damn it. Knew that was gonna happen. Oh, I didn't want that one. You go there. And you go there. This looks like crap, but hey, it works. He's trapped. Alrighty. Has a sword. Okay. So I need... I need sticks. So I can make shovels. Bye-bye, trees. So. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've been playing on another server. Outside of the server and the single player game. I've been playing on our Resolution Gaming server, and it is pretty much vanilla. It does have some benefits. It has like MCMMO, and those are too close together. So it has like perks. The problem is because it's a spigot server, it cannot have a lot of perks. It has to have certain. We tried putting in one item, and it just doesn't work. You can't. We tried doing a right click to harvest mod, and it won't work because of the fact that we are utilizing MCMMO to do stuff, and it's like, nope, I can't do this. And we're like, wait a second here. This doesn't make any sense. I need sticks. I need more shovels. I think we have autofill on this one. Bloop, bloop, bloop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spares. That's more than enough. Okay, you will go here. You will all go in there. You. Okay. I will have to replenish that. Wah, 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 wah. Put my boat up there. Actually, we'll put my hoe up there. No, my boat. We'll keep my hoe. Okay. Okay. So we need. I'm gonna take this piece out. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna do it the right way. Oh no. No, hold on. Ah! And then one that. No, I can't do that. That's not what I want. I want. I think it's like shift click. No, shift, crouch, click. Oh no. It's not R. It's not big. So, whoa. What did I just do? Okay, I just took a panoramic photo. I haven't played in a while. I have been stupid busy. Pass it up. H. I. Button 5. That's the one I want. Tools. Okay. Oh, I need destroy. I think it's grid. No, it's aerial. Oh my god, my brain is just like, seriously. Area destroy. Right? Oh, the actual tool itself is. Oh my goodness. This is broken. So what we gonna do? We'll make another one. think it was like this again, right? Yep. We're going to take you and you. We're just going to do this. We're going to go this. And we're going to hit this. And I'm going to try and remember how to do all this. And we're going to do area, destroy. And that's how we do it again. I see, says the blind man. I think I got it. Okay. What am I doing wrong? Okay. Is it grid? No, it's not grid. It's area. Oh my god. Options, controls, key binding. Okay. I'm going to need to Google this. How to use.
Hey guys, Lester, and welcome to another Minecraft mod show.
I'm going to put on the closed captions. I'm going to skip it. Okay. That doesn't help me. Why can't I remember? Build. Okay, I don't want high pixel. I need. All right, I'm doing something wrong here. All right. Destroy area. No rotation. Y-axis. That's probably why. Yeah, see, it's only doing one. Why is it only doing one? Blocks 8. Destroy. I'm confused. It literally worked the other day. Maybe it's a vein? Ah, it's vein. That's why. Let's do limit. This thing is so damaged so fast. Alright. And like, I've barely tapped into these. I mean, it's a great tool. But alright, let's get this over here. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way, because... Alright. We need to just clear out this last little bit of stuff. Alright. Question is... Yeah, see, I knew it would pick out at least a little bit extra. That's fine, though. We can always go back through... Oh, that reminds me. I need to double check something. Okay, so I do have a regular ring. Awesome. I was afraid for a second there. So, in case you don't remember, in this mod pack there are several types of rings. There's ones you can craft and there's ones you can find. The ones you can find typically have perks to them. However, for those perks, they expend experience points. So, for example, if you are trying to, I don't know, level up your enchanting or something, and you want to, you need 30 levels of, you know, experience, and your ring is sucking you dry because it says, I'm going to feed you or whatever, you're kind of going to get screwed. You're going to have a hard time of actually getting those levels because your ring is going to keep draining your XP bar. If you craft one, however, if you notice, my XP bar is not, it's only going up. It's not really going down unless, you know, I obviously die. Which is pretty hard to do in this game. I mean, you can still die. You can starve, you can drown, you can do all kinds of ways to die. It's just a lot more difficult then. Let's see. Normal games, because obviously there's no mobs. Alright. That's a fly. Oh, I unlocked a quest item. keep wanting to look up. I would like to find is some of the archaeology stuff. I would like to do that too. So I'm hoping that I can find some suspicious sand or suspicious gravel. All right, we got that pretty much leveled out. Oh, back. I have died. Oh. Okay, we are having issues. I think we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Come in here. Gonna cover up that copper because we don't want it right now. Okay. Oh, we got some holes over here. So then all we need to do is just take out this. I'm hoping I'm actually going to be able to get a new desktop here pretty soon. What I would like to do is... So my desk, I think, is only about 20-something inches deep. Maybe I'd like to get it to about... So if it's 23 point whatever, I'd like to get an extra at least 2 inches off the back and about maybe like 2 to 4 inches off the front. So I'd like to add at least 6 inches of depth. The reason I'd like to do 2 inches off the front and 2 inches off the back is because I'd like it to be able to be flush with the wall and have like a gap between the wall, but be flush, like as flush as you could. Because sometimes, like when you have the legs of your desk, the legs will prevent you from getting closer to the wall because of the baseboards and everything like that. Okay. So we'll clean that part up. Alrighty. So what have we got going on now? We got a little tiny hill over here. Oh, we just need to take out. Ooh, I am tired. I am absolutely tired. I slept like absolute butt poop last night. I haven't heard any news about our schools being closed. As of right now. Well, maybe I think I've got it. Hopefully I get this soon. We are supposed to get a nasty snowstorm. Nasty snowstorm. And yeah, it's gonna be approximately, we're supposed to get, I think, what is it? Where is it? Whether we're supposed to get, I think, what are they saying? Surprisingly, they're not posting it. Huh. We're supposed to get, like, according to the weather report, we're supposed to get about 12 inches of snow. So, here and just clean out my stuff. Oh. So yeah, we're supposed to get about 12 inches of snow, which is not going to be fun. It's supposed to start about 1 o'clock this morning, or 1 o'clock at night. So for tomorrow morning. And then continue on through till, I think, pick up around 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow. I think that's what they're saying. So, we'll see. You just vibing over there, pigeon? He's like, yep. I think he's following me. I'm being stalked by a pigeon. So, yeah, I tried something a little different this time. Per my husband's recommendation, he said to make my computer, my actual game, much bigger. I'm actually noticing it now that it is much bigger. So I moved my cam a little bit. I mean, you're not really missing a whole heckin' lot of my screen. I'm actually excited that there's fir logs right here because I don't know if you remember, but I built my house on the server out of fir logs with cherry wood. I liked that look. I really, really did. I'm going to probably continue that aesthetic look. I'm kind of a fan, I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. My nose is stuffing up. Alright. Water time. So, on the server, one of the things I have to be really careful of is I started building. My house is huge. I love my house. I love how big it is. But I realized that the villagers don't need big houses when I started building some of the bigger. So, for example, I built Jess's house on the server. And I really like her house on the server. I am probably going to duplicate that house here. It's very Grecian looking. Not like... But the colors are very Greek-esque. There's whites and blues, but the blue is actually that umber wood, so it's actually more of a purpley blue. It looks more blue than it looks purple. In my opinion, it's like a really deep umber color. So I'm planning on rebuilding her house on my single player game. I am going to probably build all of the villagers' houses no larger, and I do mean no larger than probably 11 by 11. Just to minimize space. So, and that's kind of a I started building type of thing, and then I built, what was it? So I built Jess's house, which was a nice size house. And then I built the barn for my animals, which I am a huge fan, and I've actually replicated that design now twice on several different servers and in gameplay. I am a huge fan of my barn. I love how that turned out. I'm absolutely in love with it. I will be using that design often. I like the way that it looks. I like the way it feels. I like the fact that there's like a little garden area right out front that you can manually garden. You don't need to use the create gardens and all that stuff in order to generate it. My hair is still wet. Ow. Ow. I have some serious tangles going on because my hair is still wet from an earlier washing. The problem is I wash my hair. About, let's see. About 1 o'clock. So 5 hours ago, and my hair is still wet. Not fun. I love having my long, thick hair. I really do. But it has a tendency to stay wet forever. It takes forever to dry. It really does. It's gonna suck if my husband wants to move to Florida because it'll be always muggy and humid. But we might be moving out that away. And the reason mostly is due to health reasons. My husband suffers from arthritis, so his hands, and when you live in the cold where you get snow, arthritis and cold do not mix well. So we're hoping to get eventually, maybe, except my mom hates the idea. But then again, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, it yelled at me. All right, so let's see. Oop, which side am I on? I'm on this side. So see, it would make... You know what? I had an epiphany. Okay. All right. Okay. So, I just thought something. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give ourselves... We're gonna change this up a little bit. We are changing this up. Okay. Alrighty. Is that an apple tree? Sweet. Okay. We are going to change this up because I'm going to save myself some time. So what I am going to do, I'm going to make it this level right here that I am standing on. So Y level 70. Okay. This will be my first floor of my house. Well, technically Y level 71 because I'm going to do a step up into my house. But if I build my house and I put a basement in, I don't have to fill in as much of this area, these holes. So what I really need to do is figure out how big this house is going to be. So what I think I'm going to need to do is I think I'm going to need to get a tutorial out and see if I can find something that's got all of the parameters that I'm looking for. Ooh, I am out of food. Crud. Okay. So. So what I think I'm going to have to do I think we're running into a bit of an issue here. So we're going... So if I go to... Where's my food? Oh, the food! Okay, what's my nutrition at? My nutrition is at... I still got to get used to the fact that this mic is in my way. I feel like I'm constantly looking around it, trying to figure out where certain things are. I need veggies. Give me some carrots. Yeah, I got too many carbs too. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to figure out how to build the house. So that is the question. Okay, so if I come over here, come back to the little island. Okay, so if I build a house that's got a wing this way and then an L wing this way, and then I gradually step down this way, I could do it. And I've seen I followed a really intense tutorial. It was absolutely massive. Huge, like Spanish style modern house. Ooh, got the hiccups. The question is do I want to spend that much time? The amount of materials necessary for this would be intense. I do mean like a chest's worth of diorite, a chest's worth of marble, or whatever material I build for the white. It's a lot. I built it previously on a game I was playing with my daughter. And it's really cool because you can then build. So the way it was set up is that you would have the walls would be different colors on the inside than they were on the outside. So you had an outer wall and then on an inner block for the inner walls. So you could do, I don't know, like crown molding or other things on the walls and make it look three-dimensional and give it more aesthetic looks. So I could do that build. It is very large. It would take me several days. I think the videos alone, the tutorial to follow alone is like 5 hours long, broken up into, it was 8-hour long videos. So it was 8 hours. It took me to build the whole thing from start to finish, I think. If I followed all the tutorials, pretty dang close. It has a swimming pool, it has an awning, it has everything you could possibly need in a house. However, it is big and it's a huge resource. So the question would be and I don't know if you're watching this and you want to leave a comment, should I build it in creative mode and just call it a day? Or should I actually make an attempt at first to see how far I can get? But based on what I am seeing of... What have I got in here? That's all I have here. I can make cheese. Yes, I still have my LA. He's in a cage. He's in trouble. He's in timeout. That's carbs. I can't remember if I can. Make pumpkin pie. You can make pumpkin cocktail. I wish there was like a way I could just put food. Oh, I have... Alright. Cookies, jams, breads. I need a vegetable plate. Veggies and carbs. So... I have no idea. Ha ha ha. Okay. So we're just gonna, I guess, have to call it a day with that thought process. Okay. So if I do that one, it is quite large, but it would take up most of the mountain. And then I could legitimately build a road down from it to this area. Like, be a big road. So it would be, because I think the way it was built before, it was 3 blocks tall. I think it was only 3 blocks up was how this structure was built. But if I do this from ground level, okay, we're at, so the level I want everything to be at is 64. So I don't remember why I was filling this in. Probably because I'll eventually build a cave entrance. I will probably also duplicate Layla's house. And the only reason I will duplicate that place is because I'm going to use it as my workshop, crafting station, storage, everything room. But it's not going to be Layla's house. It will be whatchamacallit? It will be an actual workshop with storage. I'll probably build it. I like the fact that it's a mine. I probably won't build it with the second floor on top of it. I will build the workshop part of it and then just not put the top on, which is the house. The way that it was originally, the tutorial that I followed, designed it was supposed to be a starter home with a workshop below and a mine shaft. Well, I'm not going to need the home. I'm going to need the workshop. I want it to be my actual, I have all my storage. I have everything. So I'll probably modify it. I'll make it a little bit larger. I'll make it, like I said, a little bigger. I'll make it one of those things where I will end up modifying it and then just put a roof on it. So, okay, so we're going to make this area. Okay. Okay. So the plan is we're going to basically build an L-shaped house. We're going to take this whole section and we're going to build a big house. We're going to build a big house here. And so this way I don't have to dig out or fill in as much because a lot of this is going to be whatchamacallit? Oh, wait, I don't need a workshop. I'm going to have a garage if I build this house. Okay, so scratch that idea. So then this will be the village up here. My village will be out in this area. And then I'll probably build the barn area over here. So it'll be L-shaped house. And it's not really L-shaped. It's... So the way the house is, it's got a house and then an L of garage. And there's really nothing over the garage. And the garage is kind of empty space. It's not used for anything. I could use it as my workshop and storage and everything thrown together in there. But it's like big-ish garage doors. but there's no like basement underneath it, which is a big plus because then I can put that over here and the house over here. There's a basement in the house too, but I don't have to build the basement. That's the key. I don't have to build the basement if I don't want to. We're gonna see. So what I do need to finish, however, is I need to finish getting rid of this, getting rid of that. So let me zoom in so you can see. Get rid of this. Get rid of this weird hook shape. And I need to bring this down also. So ideally, what we want, I might bring this down or shape this out a little bit too, is I would like it to be uniform. Maybe clean up this area over here in the back so it's nice and even. But we're gonna just kind of clean some things up. The reason we clean it up is so that way, ooh, if we kind of start with a blank canvas, we have a little bit easier time. Now, obviously, I could build the basement. The cool thing about the basement in the build is that I could build my nether portal downstairs in the basement, which would be astronomically helpful. So that I don't have a separate room for that. And then I could build it to the point where I could build the workshop in the basement and I could put the animals in the garage. They'd all just be kind of willy-nilly thrown together. Not a fan of that idea, which is why I like my aesthetic barn that I've been using. It's a cottage core looking barn. I really like the design. This is kind of like just vibing. We're going to take this down. This piece. Why? Because maybe. We'll see. But other than that, so now we've got some all right. So if we're going to leave this as a pond, we need to bring it back a level. Don't make your ponds too deep. Okay. How's it look? It looks kind of like almost like a pool. Bring this back a little bit. We float. And it looks a little irregular. That's what we want. Okay. Find a purpose for it later. So we're gonna trim that a little bit over here. Take this out because you're just weird. Take this out because again you're weird. Put you in place because again you look weird. Ah, single block. Nature doesn't do weird stuff. I read a very interesting, I shouldn't say read. I watched a very interesting tutorial. Not by me, but by Blue Nerd. It was basically saying that nature has trouble doing right angles. Nature does, or actually, it's also in Oak Island that they actually refer to that, is that nature doesn't do right angles very well. So for nature to have extreme right angles is very interesting. I am gonna fill this in. Why? So I can do a more gradual looking. We want to make it look natural. What does that mean? Not like I'm falling off the face of the earth. The puppers has fallen asleep. She is out like a little light. Ooh. I'm getting tired myself. It's only 6:30 though. Okay, how does that look? A little bit nicer. A little bit cleaner. Not perfect. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Again, we're getting a little bit better. This one still looks a little awkward. Okay. Cut this back one. And cut that back. That and that. It's a little better. See how it looks on the map. Okay. Looks a little cleaner there. Oop, wrong key. And then we're basically going to do kind of a similar thing here. We're just... There's nothing wrong with the way it prepared the world. The reason I'm just doing this is I've got a lot of dirt. Okay? And it makes no sense for me not to use it to fill in some spaces that just look off. Because when you think about, like, if you're walking in the world, all right, and you go somewhere, okay, for whatever reason, and you're like, oh, you know, that's a very, you got some steep. I'm not saying you don't have steep, sheer cliff type moments, but nature tends to be, I think, in my opinion, far more gradual. Like, it's a gentle slope sometimes rather than just a sheer cliff. Sheer cliffs happen more like along things like ocean, where ocean and land meet, or where, um, you know, things that don't quite jive. But land to land, you're not going to end up with massive shearing cliffs too often. You're going to get more of a gentle, gradual sloping. At least that's the way I think of it. So my goal is to try and make a more gentle, gradual looking slopes, you know, clean things out, round things a little bit more, smooth it, you know, jagged edges is a little less common, maybe. I don't know. I look even more tired today than I did last time. All right. Oh. The bags are real. Hopefully this weekend I can catch up on some sleep. It's the first week back of school. It's been rough. It has been rough. So, alrighty. So we're coming up on 7. It's about 6:45 now. So I think what we need to do is figure out what material we're going to build out of. So, the one I've become very partial to with this is, wrong thing, eroded. Okay. So this is the eroded diorite. I'm very partial to this one. I also like the eroded calcite. It looks like marble. I could do... So I'm thinking I'm either going to do... I'm not going to do a cobblestone, eroded cobblestone. It's very gray. I don't want gray. I want kind of going to be a more clean texture. I'd like to do something in the whites, like whites with bright pops of color, basically. So the problem with gray is gray mutes pops of color. So if I did, like, for example, a gray house with a blue roof or a purple roof or a pink roof, it's not going to pop the same as a white house with a pop of color. So I'm kind of leaning more towards either the eroded diorite, eroded smoothstone, or eroded calcite. The problem with the eroded calcite is it has the worst sound ever. Like, ever. It makes that plop, plop, like that. Just, it doesn't sound like stone. It sounds like squish. And diorite is right here. I can get diorite a lot easier than I can get calcite. Now, that's not to say I haven't built out of calcite before. I have built out of the calcite before in another server. It looks okay, but it just looks dirty. And it's softer. It doesn't hold up to explosions. As I found out in that server when my house got exploded by a creeper. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have creepers, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. But I do kind of want to keep it nice and neat and everything like that. So we're going to eat some vegetables. Okay. I feel like the music got updated in one of the mods. Or somebody, because, so the mod pack has a custom, I shouldn't say custom. It has a, well, custom is probably the best word. It has a additional music mod added to it, which is allowing us to listen to much better Minecraft music than the standard. However, I I'm hoping I don't get any issues with YouTube being like, oh, it's somebody else's music. It's part of the mod pack, guys. It's really not. Like, I mean, it probably is somebody's music. They did have to come up with it, but it's actually considered free to use if you download the mod or the data packs. It literally is. So. All right. You know what I haven't looked at? There's an umber forest right there. That's the one we're going to want to get the wood for one of the houses. You know what's so funny? This is so hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to spend all this time terraforming this area. And this is how it usually happens. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to travel around. I'm going to be like, oh, I found this great place. I've been looking for this material. And then I'm going to find a better place to build. Happens every time. Every freaking time. Every time. I kid you not. I don't know how many times I've built on the place. I did it in Farming Crossing 3. Farming Crossing 3, the mod pack. I legitimately found a great place to build. I loved it. I did some terraforming. I finished the house. I ended up having to cheat and go into creative mode because I couldn't get past it. I got bored with the build itself. And that's not a good thing when you're bored with the build and you don't even want to play the game. Because it was like I had a task. It felt like I had a job to do. And the job was I had to build my house. And I really was not a fan of that. So, I finally broke. I went into creative mode and I just finished it up. Still not happy with how the build turned out. But it's better than what it did before. Before it was janky. It wasn't logical. Didn't work. Had no flow. But then he came out with Farming Crossing 4 and I've been playing that. I've been also sucked into some other games. I've been playing some WoW. I've been playing, as you saw on my Tuesday stream, I played some Hunter Call of the Wild. I played a new game. A couple of new games. I have a bunch of other games that I'm probably going to play come Tuesday. If things go according to plan, I will probably do, that'll be my another random game day. Pardon me. Oh, what am I? Oops. I might do, I gotta figure out if I can do it. But I might see if I can play one of my VR games on my VR headset. And so it'll be a Steam VR game, which means I could stream the actual game itself using OBS. And hopefully then you could see me being a weirdo in the VR headset and out back there. We'll see. I don't know. I have to see if it's possible. That'll be some testing I gotta do. And I'll have to get some tech support on that one, i.e. my husband. He's my tech support. Like I said, he's the one that recommended I change up the look and feel of the game I got going here. Because he said, you guys are gonna want to see the screen. Apparently it was too small before. Now, again, that just means that I gotta pay attention to chat if you guys come in and you do the chat. Other than that, we'll see what happens. Hopefully this keeps going. I'm hoping, I'm a big partial fan of my borders and my backgrounds and everything. And he's like, well, you should change it. And I was like, but I like the purple. I like the sun and the, or not the sun, but the moon and the stars. And he goes, okay. As long as you're happy. And I was like, yep. I'm weirdo. Alright. You guys are having so much fun watching me do dirt, huh? Watching me do dirt. Okay. So, we've gotten further along. We've done a little terraforming today. We have a game plan. And the game plan is I'm going to probably work on a lot of this house offline. I know you guys are going to want to see it, but I will stream parts of it step by step as I'm working through it. But I will be following a tutorial, so I probably won't be as talkative during those ones. But I will probably do a couple of streams. Maybe the next stream will be me working on the house, but I'll have probably a good chunk of it, the terraforming done. And I'll be honest, I may end up building it in creative mode only because it's very time consuming. The process is going to take forever and a day. It's a lot of work. It involves having to fly, and if I build it in survival, it's just going to take me even longer just because of the fact that I would need to mine the resources. Because, for example, it needs, I think, like 2,000 blocks of the outer block. It's an unimaginable amount. It is just ridiculous, the amount of blocks that are required. So what I'm going to probably end up doing is, like I said, I will probably do that build predominantly in creative mode. I'll do a lot of it offline. I'll probably do a stream next week with the house status and do a tour of what I've done so far. And I will put a link to the first episode of the house tutorial. Like I said, it's like 8 or 9 episodes long. It's massive. It really is. But it's gorgeous. I did modify mine when I built it last time. I modified it. I think it was supposed to have 3 bedrooms upstairs. I modified it to have 2 identical sized bedrooms. It was designed to be for my daughter and myself. We were playing a solo player Pokemon game. And so I built 2 identical sized bedrooms with bathrooms and like closet space, like living room spaces and bedrooms attached to them. So, I mean, they're not perfectly identical because the outside of the house was slightly smaller on one side than it is on the other. So they're off by a couple of blocks here and there, but they're predominantly identical. So I think I'm going to kind of go with that similar concept of doing 2 large rooms with like TV rooms, like basically like the old school manor style where you had a parlor and a bathroom and a bedroom all attached. So they're like suites, basically. They're going to be like 2 suites. Then you had a kitchen, you had a dining room, you had a living room, it has a pool in the backyard. It has some cool features. Like I said, it's got the garage, and then it does have the basement. So in the basement, there are like 3, 4, like 5 additional rooms. 2 of them could be for portals. Like I could do a portal to the Nether in one of them. If I ever decide to creatively build an end portal, I could do that, but I'm probably not. Because I think the end is available. And then I'll probably put like some, I don't know, who knows what in the basement. We'll find out. Maybe I'll put some like massive theater rooms or some such, like make it look just this over the top house. But I don't plan on doing much with create in the house itself. I will probably build, I don't know, somewhere off, like over here, somewhere I'll build create stuff. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. I've thought of doing like round towers with like all the collection below it. Like, so it's like you walk in and the crops are like 2 blocks up. Oh, what's going on? Oh, well, it has been officially announced. School's closed tomorrow. It is official. Congratulations, kiddo. That means you have now 2 extra days at the end of this year. All right. So, all right. Other than that, you know what? Let's pop over. We're going to save and quit to the title here real quick. Let's see if anybody's on the server. I will give you a tour. We'll end this. We'll do the last 30 minutes. We'll do a quick tour of my place here. So, as some of you have seen, let me clear out my hands. Oh, hang on 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, we back. Sorry about that. That was the call from the school with the reminder saying that even though we sent you a note in your mailbox, we're going to call you and tell you that school's canceled. Okay, so let's start with the house. I think some of you have seen the house before. If not, so this is the fir. So this is obviously fir logs, which is one of the reasons why I was really excited that I had the fir logs in the other on my single player game. This is the cherry wood, obviously. And then, so what I've got going on here is, these are chipped oak leaves to make them look like they're decorative. But this is the eroded diorite. This is one of the reasons why I was saying I'm really a fan of the eroded diorite. I did the eroded mossy cobblestone across the bottom here to kind of create a break, saying, "Oh, this is the foundation." You know, it's all musty and moldy. It's just regular wood or regular whatever. So I've got, this is the eroded diorite. This is where I was saying that the pops of color really make the difference when you're using a lighter stone. If I do the calcite, it will look really different. But I think like the eroded diorite really ties this together. It makes the pink pop more. It makes the sides, which are one of the chipped variants of the cherrywood logs, it really makes things pop more. And then by using also the white lanterns, I'm also creating a ambiance of this aesthetic. So here, this is what's going to be the inn and the cafe. I'm still not sure what, this is the cobblestone. As you can see, the difference in the erosion markings. So as you can see, it's more gray. It's more gray and white, high contrast, whereas this is more subtle, more natural looking. It looks softer, whereas this looks harsher, especially compared to the brick. I did start using the fur on that one also. Why did I jump there? Okay, so this is Layla's house. So now Layla is actually trapped in her house. I have gone in and I've kept going down. And then I've got my workshop in here. I got, water. I got my nether portal over here. I would put like the more crafting stations and then just rows upon rows upon rows of stuff. So then she's trapped in her house up here. Basically, you have to crouch to get in and out. So she's just stuck. I don't want her to escape because she has good stuff. I can buy netherite from her. I want to buy netherite from her eventually. I currently have 235 miles tickets. Not spending that, but she will buy the gems for, especially this gem here. This gem, this Dusk Emerald, it is actually found quite often in the Nether. I was doing some bed-based mining where you basically use the beds to explode, and found a ton of them. I found almost a whole stack of them. So then this is Andre's house. Andre has he's disappeared. He's gone missing. I got my rain frog. His name's Ribbit. Got my donkey. Got my camel. Then obviously this is the layout of the barn that I'm going to continue to use. I am a huge fan of this look. I am a huge fan of the aesthetics of this. I'm probably not gonna put these as the jungle wood here. I might go back to the fir and do like, I don't know, jungle wood trimming somewhere else, maybe. I don't know. I just did that because I wanted my cocoa. I have my orchard here that I started going through. I have a little spot for Pika Bean's mushroom house back there. I don't know what I'm doing over there yet. But here's what I was talking about also with what I think I would call maybe a Grecian-esque style house. It's probably more modern than Grecian. I like the color scheme. It's really nice. Dude, get out of my way. So what this is this is Jess's house. So these are the Umbran, sorry, not Umber, but Umbran slabs and logs. I do have them mixed around here, but this is also the same thing with the diorite. It's got the diorite. It's got the same floor. They got their house up here. They can't sleep on any other beds but regular, normal Minecraft beds. They cannot. It's impossible. But so I like this look. I liked how this is textured, but light enough that it doesn't look awful. Does that make sense? I do. Oh yeah, I got a sugar rush going on. Whee! So then here is, obviously you saw the waystone before. I did move it. I moved it to over here. This is actually Pika Bean's territory, but we moved it over there because we'll eventually unclaim it. And go in and fix it so that way people can use it here and there. But eventually this is gonna have like a pool and all kinds of stuff. So, but I just found that when I built this big old house for Layla, when I built the big house for Layla, she didn't need that much space. She's a villager. She doesn't need that much space. So basically, if I count how big Jess's house is, for giggles, let's just see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 12. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So 7 by 12 is how big her house is. And as you can see, it's big enough. It doesn't need to be any bigger. So I can put their stuff that they want inside it. Now, obviously, she's got a little, like, shop inside. But if I needed to, like, then the second story only comes, like, is only on top of the one side. So there's more than enough space up here because really her house part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 7. If I want it to be cool, I can make it 8 by 8. And then there's a bump off the side. I'm probably going to build all my houses like this. Not gonna lie. I'm thinking it's gonna be, but I like the 7 because of these windows here. So 7 by 12 seems to be a pretty decent size. I know with the neighborly villagers, I have an egg somewhere hiding in the house. The neighborly villagers require a 11 by 11 house. So I may do that too. I'm not sure. I'm going to try out a couple of builds, but I'm discovering that the villagers themselves don't need big houses. After, of course, I went whole hog and built this massive house just for one villager. And it's kind of useless for them. They don't, the villagers themselves naturally do not go there. Just like this villager does not naturally go here. They stick close to the bell. So if I want my villagers to stay in my village, I need to put the bell in the center of the village. So I've kind of borked my villagers in a sense. But so this house has got some smallish rooms. I've got my little TV, my typewriter, kitchen area. I am really happy with how the kitchen ended up turning out. The stairs were originally supposed to go here. I don't know if you had watched that. I definitely like how the stairs are over here instead, and it creates the library underneath them. Because then it creates a bedroom over here. I had a crafting room over here, and then the hallway is just kind of whatever. So I do need to fix my chandeliers a little bit. They're kind of bland with just the one. I might do some different look. I might bring them down like one more level instead of put another end rod on each of them. I don't know yet. But the sticks here with the lanterns on top look cool. I got my little outfit. And then obviously I've got the patio here outside. So as you can see, let me bring up the map here. You know, I have a lot of space. So to give you an idea, the island is about twice as large as this. Okay. It's big. As you can see here, there are paths now to everybody's house, it looks like. Not quite fully like full pathing 100%. Somebody started pathing. It looks like they've got their villages all set up. They've got more villagers set up. They got like a city over here. Let's see. This one I don't think they've been on in a while. I don't think they've been on for a bit. We got like somebody build a house over here, it looks like. Nope. Let's see. Let's see where else. We got a little shack over here. Somebody's got a little house over here with a path to a village. We've got the main starter zone with a little path to it. Looks like a couple of the... So here's his create factory or his house, and he's got a big barn with like a big yard. And then he's got some other stuff like a greenhouse and stuff. So yeah, it's like kind of everybody's claimed a little bit of everything here and there all over the place. Looks like these guys have claimed some territories over here. Got a little house over here. Let's see if we got anything. Well, looks like ice spikes. Somebody's got some territory over here. I haven't uncovered all those yet. But you know, you're kind of, I don't want to say you're kind of limited. You're not really limited on space. I mean, it's Minecraft. There's really no limitations on space. But because there's 3 of us all built in the same area, we don't want to expand too much, too big. So, trying to keep it relatively small. But, so that is that. But I'm thinking, I like the aesthetic of this look. So, I will have to figure out what we're going to build it out of. Go from there. Alright, well, I'm going to take a brief biology break. I will be back in a little bit. Oh, let's see. So, alright, I'm going to vibe here. And, I'll be back in a little bit. Alrighty. Okay. Hey, puppers. The puppy is scared. Must have made a noise. Oh, we have a scaredy pooch. We've got the scariest scaredy pooch of them all. She's a big baby. She's almost a year old. She'll be a year old on the 31st. Okay. So we've done a quick tour of this place. Oh, did you bonk your head? You bonked her head. The bonk. You bonk. Alrighty. So we've done a quick tour of this server. The abode on the server. And, so let's get out of that. So as you can see, those are kind of the color schemes I'm thinking of doing. So if we come back over to the single player game. So what we're going to need is some eroded diorite. And if I'm not mistaken, if I go in and I look up the plans again for this one, we are going to new recipe unlocked, whatever. Peafowl. They're so loud. So we're gonna need to get all of these materials. Like I said, chances are I'm going to stress myself out too much trying to gather all of the resources and build everything the proper way. So what's going to end up happening is I'm probably going to turn around and just say, you know what? We're going to take a bit of a break. All right. So we're running up on 7:15. I am getting a little tired. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a brief break from this. And we're going to take a break from this Minecraft. And we're going to come over to this one. So let's see. You know what? Actually, I can show you the house. Okay, so I have not updated this mod pack in a while. This is one that I custom created myself. Now, mind you, again, I built this entire house in creative mode. 100% in creative mode. So it is what it is. Oh, I'm so red. The screen just makes me look so red. Hopefully, if I can get some things configured out, I'm going to actually get my mic, or not my mic, my camera a little bit higher and maybe further away so you can actually see more than just like my neck up. Or I could just like tuck down even more and you could just see my eyeballs. So, because this is a pixel monster game, it's a little bit older, so it takes a little longer to load. Doop 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 doop. You sleeping, puppers? You ready for night night? Everybody going to bed early tonight? I gotta work. I have a full day of work tomorrow. Kiddo's got no school. My husband works until from 5:30 to like noon, 12:30 is usually what time he gets out. Yeah, we have an unusual set of schedules in our household. But that's to be expected. You know, we work where we can. My husband got a job working at a bakery with his parents. I work for a major corporation, and you know, obviously my daughter goes to school, so it's hard. I work from home exclusively, which is kind of nice. Yes, I know it's out of date. No, Okay, so if I come in here, it should be the one that was most recent, I think. Maybe. If not, I can go back and get the other one. It's probably the one with the little person crouched and looking at me. I probably went to the completely wrong file. I have to go back into Hypixel and the one block server that I joined. So the one block server is actually pretty fun. It is one of those servers that I started doing because I like one blocks, but I get bored with them after a while because usually I play by myself and I'm the only one doing it. But when there's other people who are doing it with you, yeah, out of date buds. I know. Okay. So this is the Okay, so this is actually the old one. Okay, so we're going to save and quit. I do need to update this. It's telling me it's old. Okay, so let's go this one. This one should have the house fully built. I need to take this off. I have a new mic. I don't need the spongy thing on the old mic anymore. Makes it hide it a little bit better. Yes. Okay, good. All right, so this is the house. So this was built using predominantly, what was it built with? A combination of smooth white sandstone and quartz. Smooth white sandstone because that's what I had at the time. So I'm gonna go into fly mode. So if you come up on it, okay, as you can see, it's huge. It's massive. Absolutely, absolutely massive. So here's where the garage side goes. And then here's where the house goes over on this side. So now I did change it up. Originally, they did this with, they had stuff in here and this in here. This is where my daughter was messing with to try and make a doorbell. So if you push it, it bangs. Okay, so as you can see, when you look outside, okay, so some of these you have the room. So there's the sandstone. But it's a dual layer of sandstone. So if I flip this down, you can see it's double layer of sandstone. Here, this room is too deep because it's sandstone. There's a trim across here, and then there's planks to make it look like it's got like a wainscoting. Okay, and then I got like the floor being done. Okay. So then you come over here to the kitchen. I got some decorations around. There's like molding across the top of the ceiling. Here's the kitchen. Got cabinets, countertops, stuff like that. You know, we used different mods. Obviously, we're using the Cooking for Blockheads and Pam's Harvest Craft. So here is the back door. So in this case, we used, we've got a pool. Here's the awning over the back of the house. Big kind of kidney bean shaped pool with a fire pit. And we've got a little jacuzzi. Okay. And then here is the living room. So we have slabs. Now, we added in a couple of different blocks, obviously. So my daughter did the fireplace. So we had the fireplace. Here's the storage room. Here's the little laundry room area. Here's the garage I was talking about. So right now we were going to set this up to be for farmland. But obviously you could use this as a giant storage room, crafting room, whatever room. And then you've got upstairs. So here's a little nook when you first walk in. So upstairs you've got my daughter's bedroom area. And that is here with her room, her little lounging area. She's got a little fireplace. And then here's her bathroom. We went with it's got very tall ceilings everywhere. I might, when I build this myself, I might actually do. So then you've got my room here where I did like a wainscoting across everything. I kind of kept the color scheme into the two rooms so they matched. And then I've got, a bed with, everything. I got some stuff here. And then I've got a yellow bathroom. Mine doesn't have a tub because mine had, a shower. And then it's got, cabinets and counters and blah, blah, blah. And then it's got the herringbone planks, which I'm a fan of. I am a fan of that look. They look terrible in real life. I'm not going to lie. What are you doing? They look terrible in real life. They really do. Because they're usually really small and thin when people do the herringbone. They're not wide or thick. If they were wide and thick like this, they might look better. But they're never looking like that. Okay, so that's the rooms. Now if I come around here and I come down, here's the basement. We got the little pokey center here. We did some flowers and some bushes. I've got a little enchanting and, whatchamacallit room for, potion making. My brain just had a moment. More crop plots area here. Here's where I've got all the Pokeballs, the different types of Pokeballs. Little garden space in the corner. We've got our nether portal here. So this is what I was saying. Like I could do one of these rooms as a nether portal. Yeah, I built one. I built an end portal in the house because I just didn't feel like looking for one. And I was in creative mode, so I cheated. Not gonna lie. And then I've got over here, I've got more botany pots with crops growing. And I don't know what to do with this room yet either. So I kind of tried. I'm probably going to build something very similar. I will probably build this whole thing. As you can see, these rooms are also one wide. They're not they are not whatchamacallit. I cannot think of the word. They're not too deep, so that way you can get the entryway and exit way. But I really did like how this looked. However, again, it took a long time. I think my daughter and I she helped me on it. And between the two of us, it took us a good long while. But the reason I like this is because even though in the original plans, it was only supposed to be built up about, I think it was about 3 levels. All right. I built it up 4 because that's what the ground was telling me it could be. And then you can gradually build a staircase, walkway, or whatever that goes up and down to it. I'll probably end up building it more like a staircase rather than a big, giant, huge heckin' driveway that gets smaller and smaller. But other than that, none of the ceilings are like empty. Like they're not hollow. They're a little hollow, but not major hollow. Like there's not like huge false ceilings and stuff like that. So other than that, it's pretty much this is it. This is huge. This is very big. It's going to be massive. It's quite a large undertaking, which is why I am considering doing this in creative. Just because it will take me a very long time. And I don't want to spend... What's the word I'm thinking of? I don't want to spend 3 or 4, days of actually doing stuff to... I don't want to spend so much time working on this that everyone loses interest, basically. It's just one of those things where it's like, there's no point in spending forever working on something that everyone's going to get bored of watching after a certain point. So, but this is the idea of what I'm going to build. It is large. If I build it, I have to plan it. So it's going to take a little while before I get it all laid out. I'll probably do um some of the start, some of the middle, and most of the probably some of the decorating. As you can see, when I was doing my decor, I've tried to come up with different ways to do things. You've got the bamboo, and everyone does the bamboo with that. See here, I've got shelves, like trapdoor esque looking shelves underneath, composters with the bushes on top. Everyone does that one. Everyone knows that one. They got the shelves to make shelves. I'm a big fan of doing the chains with the shelf and then a bunch of knick-knacky stuff above it so it looks like it's hanging from the ceiling. In order to get that look right, you do need your ceilings to kind of be higher. But I don't think I'm going to need it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tall. But you never know. I may end up doing it that way. Who knows? As you can see, the bedroom is different. It's shorter, which is one of the reasons why this room is higher. If I come over here and flip those, oh, they're not connected. So we got like just end rods, just vibing. I put my lanterns like this, couch, TV. I did it a little different, but again, this room, the ceiling is pretty much the ceiling. Like if I come in here, let me grab that really quick. I mean, there's no real room to really put anything up here. It's hollow, but it's not because of the fact that it is being used for anything. So, all right. Well, I mean, I don't know what else to show you guys. I'm probably gonna head off a little early tonight. Only cutting it by a couple of minutes here and there. But I am really enjoying this. I'm kind of gonna like the schedule, hopefully. I'm hoping that it will be one of those things that it really does work out well for me. Like I said, I'm home alone with the puppy because they're at karate class today, so it's kind of nice. But I'm hoping that this recording sounds pretty decent. But I'm gonna have to, maybe I'll test out one day. I'll test out my Arc-esque mod pack I started working on. Then maybe do a little bit on the RSG server, and I'll put some information on the connection information for that. Maybe not so much the connection information, since you do need to go to the Discord to get the connection information, but probably do the Discord invite. You are welcome to join the Discord. Like I said, if you are a minor, though, we strongly recommend that you have a parent join. And the reason is because if you are a minor and we find out you're a minor, just because of the fact that we have several channels where language is utilized, that we are adults, we're allowed to talk that way, or, we try to keep a close watch on what children can see. So if you are a minor and we find out, you will be slapped with the minor tag, and you will get very limited access to the Discord. So I strongly recommend, if you are a minor, to not bother joining. Honestly, you're better off waiting. We are strict with this, and I do mean strict. My daughter is in the Discord server. She is a minor. She has only access to the kids zone and the Minecraft channel, and that's it. She's not allowed access to even the general chat. She has no access to anything else. And the reason being is because she is a minor, and we are very strict with them. So, again, if you'd like to join our Discord, I'll have the linking information in my bio. But other than that, I guess I'm just going to say, good night. I hope everyone has a good weekend. I will see you all on Tuesday. And thank you.